it, Jay.
All right, so switching gears from the Cavs to the Browns. So Vegas projected odds. They projected the Cavs to win 7 games this year. Like I said, worst case scenario is the Browns. The Browns. Browns going 7-10. Do y'all honestly see Browns going 7-10? What's the worst case scenario for them to go 7-10?
I cannot see. I feel like that's whack to me.
They're also top 5 in odds at Super Bowl too. But they're projecting them to go 7-10.
If Deshaun Watson gets suspended, man, I'm thinking that might look like right. I mean,
is he supposed to get suspended?
They don't know.
Yeah.
So is that why they're giving us the 7-10?
Yeah, because outrage at the HBO interview, and it's a lot of plot holes there. Like I had an earlier video. We're gonna start up and start back again after the time goes now. But I had an earlier video when I broke down everything. Like, it's the public opinion, it's a court of public opinion. Like, media wants blood regardless whether he did this or he did not do this. But what they're saying is that people are saying like 22 women can't say all 22 women are lying. But when you look at the records, when you look at everything and you just start looking at some of the evidence, like it's leaning towards extortion. And like what the media outlets are doing, they're routinely ignoring like everything on Watson's side, and they're going directly to the norm. Like he should be suspended. Like one of the newest cases developments was that when they first initiated the lawsuit, they said that he used force. And now in the deposition notes, like a couple days before the actual HBO special, all of the witnesses recanted all their statements, no force was used. And then it's a lot of things with Busby being a neighbor, the Houston Texans thing, the affiliation with the Texans, the timeline. It's a lot of things that they know that the average fan, unless you're invested in the team, or the average person is not going to go look at those lines. Even the BS they said about the contract, which they only gave him a $1 million base salary. Like, no, that's how all our teams do it. Tom Brady renegotiates every year with his contract. His salary hits like $1, $2, $3 million. You do that to keep all his players there. And like the Browns even did that. They renegotiated Clowney's deal. They brought the number down. Even Njoku, after he signed his huge extension, his cap hit is only like $2, $3 million. It's because they getting it in salary signing bonus, and then they're reverting it over to the cap.
Yeah. I don't know, man. They trying to sink that nigga, man. I've been told y'all that. You know, it ain't, I mean, you think too much. Hey.
All right, so let's say he gets suspended, right? And then what? We still got old Buddy though, right? Or no?
Brissett.
We got Jacoby Brissett.
This is the thing, man. He is a solid backup when he was with the Colts and he was with Dolphins. He's not gonna lose the game, but he's not gonna go up there. He's not gonna win. You know what I'm saying? He's not gonna make a mistake like the cat we just talking about on the basketball end of it. I feel like he can contain the season depending on how long Watson gets suspended. I'm looking at this schedule. We got 9 home games and 7 away games. We got the Jags. I'm looking at the win. You say 7 wins. We got the Jags. I consider that a win. I feel like we can beat the Eagles. We can beat the Bears. That's 3 home games in a row. Go away to the Panthers. We can be 4-0, then come back to the Jets. We can be 5-0 walking into the Steelers coming home to us. We can be 5-0. We got the Steelers, hit the Falcons. That can be a win for me. They don't got a quarterback. The Chargers will be a good game. Patriots, Ravens, Bengals. I feel like we can beat the Dolphins. Bills would be a good game. The Bucks. And I feel like we can beat the Texans.
Am I missing something here? I thought we still got Baker Mayfield though.
We do, but I don't see him playing though, trying to play.
Can he sit out?
I mean, shit. I'll go.
I'm just thinking outside the box because if Watson gets suspended, Baker's still under contract. He hasn't gotten no suitors. What's the problem? Nigga play.
You think he mature enough to accept that? I don't think he accept that. And then also at the standpoint of like, Browns are in a standstill with the rest of the league. The rest of the league are saying, hey, you got to trade Baker. But what people fail to realize is Baker is a first-round pick. He's a first overall pick. If they lose Baker in free agency right next year, they're going to need a third-round compensatory. They're going to get a third-round compensatory pick. So, am I going to keep Baker and trade him for a 6th-round pick for the culture, or am I just going to sit him down and get a 3rd-round pick next year for him?
But my question is, if Deshaun can't go, that's the only thing stopping him from playing himself, or
this whole situation is himself. Like, if he would have acted right in the first place, and I don't want to like go in on Baker, if he would have acted right in the first place when when the owner called him after Deshaun initially said no, Deshaun is not a Brown. They don't go with the full court press to go get Deshaun. Like, if he don't leave the owner of the team unread, and then the letter and everything else, like, he created half of this issue himself. The Browns are at blame with this, and Baker are at blame with this. I don't see him reporting to camp. They're gonna probably do a camp exemption where he don't have to report to camp, and I don't see him on the team. And if nobody wants to give a 3 for Baker, I can see him staying on the Browns.
Yeah, they're gonna sit his ass down.
Somebody.
I can't see us just running with Jacoby, man. I don't know. I mean, if that's what we gotta do, I can see that 7 and 10. If Watson doesn't get suspended or if Baker plays, then that 7 and 10 gotta go up to at least 9. You know what I'm saying? I feel like we can win 9 games at least. But when you said that earlier, I was like, I felt like that was a little disrespectful. I don't know. 7 games? Dwight, you still there?
I'm still here.
What was that shit? It was some weird shit pumping.
Yeah, my God, though.
Okay.
But no. So basically, like what PZ's saying, like, why am I gonna trade him for a 6th-round pick and I can get the 3rd-round pick next year? Like, my starting price is the 3rd-round pick. If you don't give me a 3rd-round pick for Baker Mayfield, I'm just gonna tell him to go home, keep that roster spot open, and get compensation next year.
But what if he wants to play to like prove that he's still that dude? I would let him play just so we can win.
But he has to get to the point where he wants to do that to improve.
He might just want. He an arrogant, cocky dude.
It ain't like he can sabotage the team because he gonna ruin himself. He ain't gonna have no choice but to give his all.
Exactly. So he might want to play.
I audition for another job. If you know Watson coming, he signed a 5-year deal, man. So everybody acting like if he gets suspended for a season, okay, so be it. We got 4 more to roll with. So if Watson so happens not to play at all this year, however that go, that's a whole season for Baker knowing this ain't my team no more. So I'm about to go out here and audition for the rest of the team. Let these mugs know I still got it. I'm healthy now. Because this Deshaun Watson team, but I'm really showing the rest of the league that I still got this. I'm the #1 pick. I'm Baker Mayfield. So, yeah, I don't see. If I'm him, I'm taking this opportunity and I'm going all in.
Exactly. Right? And so if he plays, I feel like 7 wins is low. I feel like that's low, man. I feel like we got to at least get 9.
So you can go, I see 10. If Baker was to play, I'll say 10 and 7. If Watson was to play, I'm gonna go 2 games more than that. And if Jacoby play, I'll see we can probably go 8. What would that be?
8-9.
8-9.
Mm-hmm.
You know, barely might play right there in the running because our league, we're gonna beat each other up, and everybody's sleeping on the Steelers. The Steelers gonna be right there. I promise you.
Nah, they're gonna be trash.
Watch.
I'm sorry.
All right.
No, man, we can't count them out in division play. I feel like, man, at least
that coach, man. It's just the culture. They got a solid defense. They got solid skill position players. They gonna get that quarterback, whoever they go with. The new dude they just drafted, or Trubisky. They're not gonna put too much on them. It's gonna do it just enough because they got the rest of the skill players to get it done. So they're gonna be right there. We can't count them boys out.
Yeah, I feel the same way about Pittsburgh.
What about, like, you can't count them out, or
they're gonna be decent? They always find a way, man.
Always.
Like he said, with it's just the culture. And nigga Tomlin, they got a system, and it works out 9 times out of 10 more than it don't work out. You feel me? Like, even when they lose to us, they still had a decent season. You might miss the But you know what I'm saying? Them niggas ain't never been like trash bags.